Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and today's video is something different. I'm going to show off my WWE DVDs, Blu-rays, what I would recommend for anyone who is starting to get into professional wrestling, mainly WWE. So without further ado, let's go to a bit of the classic golden era, and it is the Royal Rumble 89 and 1990 on the tagged classics. You can't go wrong with a bit of 1990 Royal Rumble with the showdown of Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior in that Royal Rumble match. And also 1989, where that teased, I believe it was the Mega Powers splitting up, which is Randy Macho Man Savage, who at the time was the champion, and of course the number one contender was, I'm going to say, Hulk Hogan, but yes, I would highly recommend this match, and got some legendary participants as well. Then we have the Royal Rumble 2001 and 2002, again in the same vein as 89. Both Royal Rumbles are amazing. And the undercard as well, I said this in my Unforgiven 2000 with Triple H and Kurt Angle. They had some great chemistry, and spoiler alert, if you remember, the final two at the 2002 Royal Rumble was Kurt Angle and Triple H, I do believe. And I also had a one-on-one match for Kurt Angle's championship at the Royal Rumble 2001. And to top off the Royal Rumble, we have Royal Rumble 1993, which is the debut of Lex Luger, but that one is more famous for Giant Gonzalez, but in World Championship Wrestling he was El Gigante. But it was a really good undercard with Bret the Hitman Hart defending his championship against the late great Razor Ramon. Also had Shawn Michaels versus Marty Jannetty in an absolute classic. Then we have 1994 with the first ever co-winner of the Royal Rumble, and Bret the Hitman Hart and the American original Lex Luger. And kind of a match compilation, but it's the best of the Saturday night's main event. The reason why I've chose this one, it's got the famous Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan, I think it was called the main event for the WWE Championship, which of course we had, I think it was Earl Hebner's debut in the WWE. Plus also you've got Bret the Hitman Hart versus the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. We've also got the return of Saturday night's main event with Hulk Hogan and Sid Justice versus Ric Flair and The Undertaker. Plus also you got Hulk Hogan versus Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. So yes, there's some of the matches there. And I am going to do a retro review, but I would definitely recommend this in terms of World Championship Wrestling. I love the War Games match. It's proper barbaric, but there's a lot of fun in these matches. And there are some of the matches, and they are some incredible matches. And a one-match show in 2016 Survivor Series, which is the Raw versus SmackDown, but an incredible match. And also you've got Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar 2. If I do recall, they fought at WrestleMania 20. But this was the return match with Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. And one from the Attitude Era, of course, which is WrestleMania 14. Again, can't go wrong with a bit of the main event, especially when you find out now that Shawn Michaels wrestled with a really bad back. But you've also got, shout out by the way to my very good friend Beat Down Bunny. I know he loves this guy. It's the Big Red Machine, Kane versus, in wrestling terms, his brother the Undertaker. And again, another shout out to Beat Down Bunny in the debut of AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble 2016. But this match is brilliant. It's got the debut of Sami Zayn, I think Kevin Owens as well, and Neville, known as Pac. So yeah, top Royal Rumble pay-per-view, in my opinion. And of course, as it's coming up to Money in the Bank, which I will do a ranking, this show is a one-match show, but that image of CM Punk winning the John Cena's big gold belt at the time was an image which you never thought what you'd see, especially CM Punk blowing a kiss to Vince McMahon, almost saying goodbye. But again, some incredible matches. And one for the old school, but it's SummerSlam, the first Volume 1, which is the first SummerSlam to 1992. Again, the first 4 SummerSlams are amazing shows. Still to this day, you've got the likes of Bret the Hitman Hart versus Mr. Perfect. Again, Perfect, I think, wrestled in I think he actually had bad back. But that match is still to this day one of Bret and Mr. Perfect's best matches as far as I'm concerned. Plus also had the marriage of Miss Elizabeth and Randy Macho Man Savage. So yes, another great show. Another great compilation. And then we go to, I think it was last Saturday, but this was the first time they ever went to Saudi Arabia. This match isn't great, but it's got one of the funniest images of a wrestler known as Titus Worldwide. He's called it Titus World Sliders. He slides comedically underneath the ring on the way to the ring, but it's one of them images. It actually saves the show, but really good Royal Rumble for a Saudi Arabia show. Then we have Tables, Ladders and Chairs 2015 with Roman Reigns and I forgot their group now, World Elite, I think it was, something like that. But really good TLC match in the end, where you have Roman Reigns dismantling Triple H. It's quite a good image nowadays, but Yeah, again, a really good pay-per-view. It's what I would recommend. A bit of one of the first anthologies, but it's the legendary Hulk Hogan. Again, the reason being, I think this has got the actual formation of the NWO in 1996. Yes, it has got the formation of the NWO, which was a groundbreaking moment in professional wrestling. But you've got the main event from WrestleMania 3 on 29th of March with Hulk Hogan versus who's just turned heel AWA, but you've got a very infamous match now with Hulk Hogan versus Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam 2005. Plus also you got like early Hulk Hogan in when he was in the American Wrestling Association. So again, if you like your Hulk Hogan, I would definitely recommend this old school DVD. One match so but an absolute incredible matches. If I had to rank some of my favourite WrestleMania matches, WrestleMania 5, The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. Again, an incredible match from start to finish. But yeah, it's a one match show, but it's amazing. So that's WrestleMania 25. And on to the Blu-ray, which I watched the other day, which is Survivor Series War Games. Again, this was the debut of the main roster on the War Games. But what a show, and what an incredible female War Games this is. And a really, really good, well done documentary for fans of The Undertaker, which is The Undertaker, The Last Ride, which isn't not only is it The Undertaker, but it's the guy behind The Undertaker, which is Mark Calloway, I believe, talking about his career, you know, and the toll it had on his body. Plus also, I think it's got backstage footage of the Goldberg versus The Undertaker, and I think it might have been a Super Showdown. But even if you're not a big fan of The Undertaker, I would definitely recommend this documentary. Then can't go wrong with one of the best wrestlers of all time in the modern era, which is of course The Rock. You've got the likes of, The Rock, the late great Owen Hart for the Intercontinental Championship. You've also got some of the great promos. I think it's got the one where he says to Billy Gunn, I think it was on a Sunday Night Heat, but you've got like vignettes. Yes, that's Billy's prayer to God. Yeah, collection of The Rock's greatest one-liners and awesome moments. So again, and I highly recommend that as well. And again, another shout out to my good friend Beat Down Bunny. Hope you are alright, my good friend. But I know he is a massive fan of this guy, and of course, I love this guy as well. It's the legendary Sting, which is Steve Boredom, I think. But this one, you've got like the Great American Bash 1990 match with Ric Flair. And it's also got like early Ultimate Warrior Sting, where I was known, I think, as the Blade Runners in tag team. So yes, again, a really good like match compilation. Like I said, as it's Money in the Bank next month on the 6th of July, I think. This show, again, I highly recommend. Money in the Bank 2013. Again, I may retro review this show, but what a pay-per-view this was. And the Money in the Bank matches were incredible as well. And again, can't go wrong. I definitely did a retro review of this show for my good friend Pete Down Bunny. But again, SummerSlam 30 starts off with an awesome promo of three of the best talkers in the modern era, which is the Incredible Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. But really good, fun way to start. And of course, you got the story of Daniel Bryan overcoming the Authority and winning the big gold belt. Plus also you got the famous end of the streak, which was Brock Lesnar defeating The Undertaker. And again, another Blu-ray, but this is an incredible Royal Rumble pay-per-view from San Antonio, Texas. I think it's the Alamo Dome. But the whole Royal Rumble match with Undertaker, Goldberg and Brock Lesnar is such a great moment in this entire pay-per-view. But the undercard's great as well, with John Cena taking on AJ Styles. And from 2014, again we have one match show at the time, which is the late great Bray Wyatt and Brody Lee, who was Luke Harper, I believe. But they took on the Shield, and what an incredible match that is. And again, the Elimination Chamber main event didn't disappoint. There's great spots galore. Then one of my personal favourite women's match, Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. Should have headlined this show, but from a one night women's pay-per-view, this show delivers. Like I said, that last women standing is amazing match. Plus also the Battle Royale's really good as well. So yeah, the only time WWE have ever done a first all-women's pay-per-view. And then we go to the Royal Rumble 2020, which is again really good pay-per-view. You've got Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt's alter ego, The Fiend, in a whipping match, and I forget what it's called. But you've got the return of Edge after retiring in 2011 with neck pain. He returned and got a really good ovation. That's it, a strap match. But he had a really good men's and females Royal Rumble. And I'm gonna go for this show in the I forgot what it's called now. Do excuse me. But basically, this was in an empty arena, but for wrestling fans, you could watch it on like a Zoom type of thing. And of course, this was during the infamous pandemic. But this Royal Rumble, the females, is an amazing match. Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley, two of the best females at the moment, going at it in the final two of the Royal Rumble. But yeah, really good pay-per-view. And bit of match compilation, but these match compilations are really good. And this is Roddy Piper's second DVD, I'm going to say. But really good matches. You've got the likes of Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig, Ravishing Recruit, plus also you got very young Roddy Piper as well. So yes, again another DVD I highly recommend. And speaking of documentaries, I definitely recommend these ones, the 24. It's like mini documentaries, but you've got WrestleMania during the Performance Centre. Of course, this was at the time where you couldn't get the fans in attendance. But it's really fascinating how they put the whole show together. But you've also got R-Truth documentary, which you see him in a different light. Got Drew McIntyre, the chosen one, and Edge, the second mountain. But really good mini documentaries. And one of my favourite WrestleManias, which I got from WWE shop.co.uk, I think it was, which is WrestleMania. But this one, you've got the limited edition Takeover New York, I think it was, with Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano. I think it was a 2-out-of-3 full match. But also got Kofi Mania, as I call it, where he defeated Daniel Bryan. But also I would definitely recommend this WrestleMania. It's easily one of the longest WrestleManias, but again, I highly recommend these shows. Of course, can't go wrong with a bit of WrestleMania 19. But again, Sophie, you can call. Basically, it's in Seattle, Washington. But yeah, you've got Hulk Hogan versus Vince McMahon, which is decent for what it is, but you've also got an awesome Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle match. And again, one of the, like Roddy Piper, one of the best talkers of all time. It's Randy Macho Man Savage, the unreleased set. But you've got like classic WCW matches and unreleased WWF matches, or WWE as it's now known as. Then we have Extreme Rules 2012, which Wrestling with Regret, which is Brian Zane, reviewed last Wednesday now. But what a pay-per-view this was. Still to this day an awesome show. With John Cena and returning Brock Lesnar. Pardon me. Then we have, of course, I've got this on VHS, but this is the DVD. It's WrestleMania 17. Highlights including the incredible TLC, which is tables, ladders and chairs. Part 2, you've got Vince versus Shane McMahon with Mick Foley as referee. You've got a really underrated Chris Benoit versus Kurt Angle. Like I said, about Triple H, they never had a bad match between each other, Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle. Also, you got the double turn from Stone Cold Steve Austin, where he took on The Rock. But yeah, one of my favourite WrestleManias. Speaking of WrestleMania, WrestleMania 28 with Peacemaker versus Black Adam, of course, which is John Cena versus The Rock. We've got a once-in-a-lifetime, I think it was, end of an era, pardon, with Triple H and The Undertaker with Shawn Michaels as a referee, which is an awesome, incredible match. But yeah, a two-match show. And speaking of the Dead Man, it is more of a match compilation, but you've got the famous Mankind Hell in a Cell match from King of the Ring 1998 included. Got Triple H from WrestleMania 17. Got Brock Lesnar No Mercy 2002. I think it's a Hell in a Cell. Also, you've got Shawn Michaels in Bad Blood, which is the first ever Hell in a Cell match in 1997. So yeah, really good matches. Then we have Royal Rumble, pardon me, we have WrestleMania 2015. Again, a brilliant cover. Plus also, this is the heist of the century's Michael Cole. Of course, it was Seth Rollins cashing in his Money in the Bank. But yeah, really good pay-per-view. And speaking of the Royal Rumble, we've got 2013, which a lot of people don't like this show. I think this is brilliant. I like their whole Royal Rumble match. I wasn't a big fan of The Rock beating CM Punk, but it is what it is. But again, I highly recommend this DVD. And from 2013 we have SummerSlam, which is Daniel Bryan about a minute or a second defeating John Cena for the big gold belt, only to be screwed over by the Authority, which was Triple H and Randy Orton. As beat them when he would say, spoiler alert. But you've got a brilliant street fight match with John Cena and Brock Lesnar. And of course, this is the this is the Silver Vision version of WrestleMania 18, but you've got The Rock versus Hulk Hogan in an absolute classic match. Again, a one match show, which I may do a retro review, but that Rock versus Hulk Hogan should have headlined this pay-per-view, but still a great show. And then we go to SummerSlam 2003, pardon, Survivor Series 2003. Again, you've got the classic Survivor Series match, Stone Cold Steve Austin's team versus Eric Bischoff's team. If Austin teams win, the Rattlesnake can do what he wants. If Bischoff's team wins, Austin's no longer co-GM of Raw. But yeah, it's a hell of a match. Then Hell in a Cell 2015. Again, really good main event between The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar. You've got the Big Red Machine Kane versus The Authority and Seth Rollins. But yeah, great show. And the reason why I'm doing this show is for my good friend Jim Jam Movies and TV, who's just purchased this for £3 from Amazon. But what can I say about this show? Still to this day, it's got amazing memories for me. First getting into like WWE at the World Wrestling Federation at the time, but I highly recommend this DVD. And then we gotta go back to the Attitude Era. The reason being, I think this has got The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, I think at D-Generation X. But you've got the Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bret the Hitman Hart. Let me have a look. Yeah, WrestleMania 13, an incredible match. Also, you got the Montreal Screwjob where Shawn Michaels controversially beats Bret the Hitman Hart in Canada. Plus, I watched this just a couple of days ago, but this was live at the O2. But what an amazing pay-per-view this is. It's Money in the Bank 2023. Again, a hell of a pay-per-view in the Civil War, which is the Bloodline. And the last one, definitely recommend this DVD. It's unreleased, which are like televised matches but weren't shown on telly, so technically they were dark matches, but some great debuts like a very young crush, as he's called, Brian Adams. Got Rocket the Late Great Owen Hart. But yeah, yes, definitely recommend this. So let me know what you guys think of my recommendations. Some aren't, and some are great. So, like I said, go and subscribe to Jim Jam Movies and TV and Beat Down Buddies, and there will be another video coming up soon. So, anyhow, thank you for watching the channel. Please like, share and subscribe to Mansell Media Corner, and have a great day, folks, and goodbye. Folks, goodbye.